Did you have any strangers that you knew to stay away from, especially in these parties? You know, you hear of these Hollywood parties
Yeah.
and, you know, here's this girl that's coming from Australia and she's quite, you know, naive to the whole scene.
Yeah.
Did you have any, or did you stay away from that? Did you have any people that you thought they're trying to take a bit of advantage?
Yeah, definitely at times, because I was very just flying by the seat of my pants, and I'm very open to new connections and new friends. But it does come with obviously challenges when you have to be trusting, and it's like I often say, it's half in survival mode, half in spiritual enlightenment, because I'm living this like doing whatever I like, and then also, but like, oh my gosh, I'm by myself and it's thrilling and scary.
Yeah. But just keeping your wits about you at the same time.
Yeah, and I find, like you say, I don't think you attract a lot of the wrong type of people when you are in that kind of flow of, well, I'm not out to kind of get anything. I'm out to make beautiful connections with people, hear their stories, and create meaningful work that's going to maybe, you know, inspire someone else that's going through a hard time. It's not on my agenda to go to somewhere to meet someone that might be able to get me somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, and I had to realize that in lockdown last year, that you have an intention for each day. And if your intention is to kind of skip through a hurdle or do something like that, you might find yourself in hot water more easily than if you're more content with what you're doing in your own lane. And then you will attract people that can help you.
Yeah, thank God you went through that in Sydney, because you said that it was an attack on your ego. Like when you were locked down and suddenly you're going through all this pain, and you said, you know, I told everyone I was going to do it on my own. I'm here, and suddenly I'm trapped and I'm feeling lonely and I'm reading Eckhart Tolle.
That's sounding a little nerd.
Can you imagine if you had taken that ego straight away to LA? Can you imagine some of the situations you could have been in?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
And it's funny because I always think about that, and I think about what could have been if I did things differently. And I think, but it was never going to be like that, because you can't connect the dots looking forward, only looking back. And I think, like you say, I needed to kind of go through that.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been given that opportunity to travel the world creating art if I hadn't have gone through that self journey first and that suffering.
Sure.
And that's why it came. That's why it came to me. And it's interesting because I'm still kind of grappling with, okay, well, conflict still presents itself in areas, so obviously I need to do more work on myself. But I find the more and more you kind of think like that, everything is for you and everything is helping you grow into the person you're meant to be. So I kind of, I try not to worry too much and just live in the moment.